What's going on, my YouTube friends? This is Cheddur RC here. Starting a little mini series here. We're calling it Cheap Tricks for the Cheap RCer. Now we know we're not all cheap, but we do like to save money here and there. I mean, this is an expensive hobby we're talking about, if you know what I mean. But this is just going to be a series of quick little videos on some secrets and tips that I've found, things that, you know, whenever you're at the store or at the hardware store, you're at the, you know, like Walmart, Kmart, Shopko, whatever, you're at the mall. You're at the mall with the old lady and she's in the store looking at panties and you're out in the mall looking at panties, you know. But we're going to start with an easy one here. It's right in front of us. Now I'm sure you've all heard of Cow RC, which is a perfectly good brand. I mean, if I could afford to spend $80 on a pit mat, then I would. But I'm a little tight in the pocketbook, so I try to save money where I can. At the shop here, I got my big Duratrax rubber pit mat, and you can see it's got these cutouts, you know. It's got little cups and spots here to keep your hardware from rolling away into hardware heaven. But just as a little extra, I just take these magnets that I get from the hardware store or the hobby shop, or you can probably get them at Harbor Freight, or you can buy them online. But they're just little, like, 3/16 inch round magnets. These are rare earth magnets, so they're really strong. I mean, you can see they're pretty strong. I mean, these aren't cheap, but they're a hell of a lot cheaper than one of those name brand pit mats. But I think they're like 15 to 20 bucks, depending on the size and how many years in the case and so forth. But I mean, you can see that that's a lot. I also use these for other purposes, but I mean, in this case, I only used 5 of them, so that's not a lot of money. Maybe a buck. But you can see I shoe glued 5 of them into these, one in each of these little small pockets, and then 3 across this big one, and that just kind of helps keep the hardware in place. And I also use it to separate hardware. Like if I'm doing something that uses 2 different kinds of, you know, flathead or cap head or button head, 2mm, 3mm, 4mm. It just helps separate them and keep them segregated from each other, so it's easier to find the hardware when I go to put things back together. Now, if you're using stainless hardware, it's not going to be as effective, but like I say, neither would a Cow RC mat or one of the other name brand magnetic mats. They wouldn't do any good either for stainless hardware. But that's about it. I mean, that's a pretty simple little. I mean, I'm sure I'm not the first one to do it, but anyway. So that's that one. Let's cut it before we go too long here. We don't want to bore our viewers. And there's going to be quite a few more here coming up the next couple weeks, because I got a whole pile of stuff back there behind the camera ready to do. And I probably got some more over here in this pile of garbage over here next to my 25-year-old typewriter. So like I say, just click like, subscribe, notification bell, all that hoo-ha, and we'll see you on the next one. 10-4.